Well, folks, here we go. Game 4 of the NBA playoffs. Postseason action right here. Welcome to 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. We've got the Brooklyn Nets facing the Indiana Pacers. You look at Indiana. This is a must-win for them, down 2-1 with their hometown fans cheering them on. Let's see if they can extend the series and force a deciding Game 5.
And you know, in this situation, Kevin, it's really all about survival. And sometimes the desperation that's born out of being in a must-win situation, especially when you're at home, is enough to get you over the hump. So we'll see if it plays out that way here tonight.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Peterson. Here's Markkanen. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Look at Indiana. At this point, Greg, they've got a pretty good idea of what they need to do to win this series.
And in round one, coaching becomes a huge factor. You've seen what you're up against. Now it becomes a question of who can make better adjustments on the fly.
Just 5 to shoot. Steps back. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Risacher has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Pass to Peterson. During a screen. Here's Peterson. From the line. Second shot opportunity. And Duren lays it in.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Risacher. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Risacher's got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The Pacers with the lead. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back over to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Here's Peterson. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Pass to Duren. Here's Peterson. Now here's Markkanen. Covered by Siakam. Here's Peterson. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. It's Hart on the wing. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Here's Halliburton. Nothing on the board. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
Castellanier. Outside Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, this is a case where you use your size to full advantage, exactly what you're looking for.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. They set the screen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Timmon, that's good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Halliburton. Still scoreless.
Well, that's a nice finish by Tyrese Halliburton. Again, he's so big and long, he can finish in the painted area.
Here's Deming. Castellanier. Beat inside, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Now, Nesmith. Here's Walker. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup.
The motor of Walker, keeping the possession alive, fighting for those points.
Let's now go to the sideline for a report on Josh Hart. All right, Al, you got the information. What's the prognosis?
Hey, guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Pacers. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. A return to the floor was very 50-50. It's the kind of injury that would sideline many players, but everyone's built a little differently. So, guys, he's going to brave it out.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Nesmith. Scoreless thus far. Fires the three. That one's rebounded by Embiid. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And how about the poise from Embiid? Gets fouled, but stays with the shot and able to get that one in the air.
And Brooklyn making a change here. And he makes both free throws.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
And here's Clarkson. Pass to Nesmith. Pulls it up. Wolf grabs the miss.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets up 3. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. Hey guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
Lanier. Here's Demon. Chance shot. Can't get the layup. Indiana trailing here. Clarkson with the ball. No scoring in this one. Good on the triple.
Well, you can see he is not shy from range, and Pascal Siakam continues to work on his consistency.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute. Here to get things straightened out. And Brooklyn making a change here.
Makes the noise.
Indiana on D. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Lanier. Lets the three fly. Buries the long-range jumper.
3 points.
Lanier's got 6 points. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And here is Markkanen. Pass to Lanier. Beyond the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Lanier's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Huff. Outside for Halliburton. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Lanier.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside, Markkanen. To the paint. Lanier, no good.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Right side to Walker. Drills the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Markkanen. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Halliburton for 3. And Indiana, another 3.
And he's such an efficient three-point shooter. Halliburton has an outstanding feel for when to fire from deep.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Nets making a switch here.
Substitution on the
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Demon. Another shot. Duran, no good. Pacers leading by 4. Now, here's Halliburton. 7 points in the game. It's deflected. Here's Demon. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Down low, Halliburton puts it in.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Here's Demon. He has 6. Here's Markkanen. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. It's good from long range. Now it's a 7-point Indiana lead.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Markkanen. Here's Duran. And another shot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
This is what you hope. You want to see Markkanen mix it up on the glass, right? Keep the play alive. Make sure you convert.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That free throw good for Markkanen. Indiana leading by 4. Outside Halliburton. Siakam.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Here's Demon. Up top, Markkanen. Over Siakam. Markkanen can't get it to go.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Here's Halliburton. Here's Ayton. And again, it's Indiana.
This guy's so effective. DeAndre Ayton will take the mid-range if you concede it.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Both teams changing it up here.
Give it up for your first Minnesota team.
Nets trailed by 8. Pass to Wolf. Three-pointer. Siakam pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Halliburton right side. Now here's Ayton. And there's the call on Drake Powell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now that's his second foul, so they're going to have to navigate that as this game progresses here in the next couple minutes.
Down low. And that one's good, Ayton. And now a 10-point Pacer lead.
And they had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The Nets taking the ball around now. Peterson misses.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Here's Halliburton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Halliburton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pacers. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Oh, Embiid too tough inside.
And looming large on the interior. Embiid hard to deny.
Bounce pass, Halliburton. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
The layup off target. Pacers leading by 12. Halliburton on the wing. Pass to Ayton. Out to the right wing. Halliburton outside. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's Ayton missing. Nets trailed by 12. Plays it up off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Everyone, make some noise.
Now Clarkson gets it off. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so we wrap up the first half. Pacers lead by 10. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse. You're watching 2K Sports. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Back to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Demon. Powell for three. It's rebounded by Neesmith. Rizachet in the corner. A three ball. And he's good on the three ball. Rizachet's got 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Duren. It's deflected. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. First trip to the line for him here. And both free throws good for Duren. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And here is Neesmith. Back to Clarkson. Out to the right wing. Green by Siakam. Here's Huff. And Indiana, another three.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
And it's Markkanen top of the key. Over Siakam. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Lanier. Duren tries again. The Pacers pull it in.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Count it. And it's now 9 points for Rizachet.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Lets it go. That's short off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Here's Neesmith. And a miss there on the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Can they get it? And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Sinks the triple.
A true highlight of Ricochet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Fires the three. The offensive rebound. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Ricochet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Igor Demon. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
And here's Clarkson. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. And he comes up with the deuce.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Pass to Thomas. The rebound by Shepherd. Pacers leading by 22. There's Clarkson. And stolen by Biyombo. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Indiana. They're on a 16-4 run. Clarkson with the ball. 5 to shoot. Here's Fernando. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. The Nets making a switch here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Has to be Biyombo. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for Indiana. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. "17-foot shot on the way." Fernando makes it off the glass. Fernando's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now, here's McConnell. Still yet to score. Pass to Shepard. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Fires from 14. And again, it's Indiana.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Here's Gonzalez. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Nets ball.
Here's Thomas. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now McConnell. Shot clock at 5. Here's Walker. It's stolen by Gonzalez. It's stolen by Shepard. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's McConnell. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Indiana having no problems at all. And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Pass to Kleber from the arc. Fernando pulls it in. Here's McConnell. Here's Shepard. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And here's McConnell. To the inside. Clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. Shepard's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Pacers. Knocked away. Here's Kleber. And again, it's the Nets missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Walker. The tray. Exum pulls it in. It's the Nets now. It's blocked. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Here's Fernando. Back to Walker. From the wing. And again, it's the Nets missing.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
McConnell with it. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Biombo, no luck. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Shot, high post. A rebound by the Nets. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Knocks down the three ball.
Number 12.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Shepherd. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
We call that lockdown perimeter defense against an excellent three-point shooter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Walker taking his time here. It's good from about 19 feet. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the middle. Here's Fernando. A shot by Middleton, wide open. Hits it from three-point range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
To Fernando. Now here's Middleton. Walker in the corner. A rebound by the Nets. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Number 12. At the line for 2.
He doesn't get the second one.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Now, here's Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline. No good. Shot missing.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
The putback. Biombo got a piece of it. Walker in the corner. Launches a three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Boy, that's his second three. First of this half, though.
Shot on the way. Walker with the rebound.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
Clarkson outside. Indiana moving it around. Walker, bounce pass. Here's Huff. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Pass to Thomas. Now Exum. Neesmith covering. Screen by Kleba. A shot off that time.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
To the left wing. Baseline J on the way. Neesmith can't get it to go.
And entering the final countdown, Game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for Indiana.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
This guy's vision was on point all night. He kept everyone involved.
Now Clarkson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Clarkson. So no problem for Indiana as they get